My name is Jim. I'm 69 years old, and this video is designed to help you prepare for a knee replacement surgery. I'm going to be looking at a screen, reading notes I prepared because I'm trying to be as detailed as possible. Like I said, I'm 69 years old. I'm in good health. On November 19th, 2024, I had a right knee replacement, full right knee replacement. I was in and out of the hospital the same day. I am probably 47 days post-surgery. My range of motion is coming back. I work hard at this. Most of the pain is gone. I still have some discomfort, but mostly at night when I go to bed, which makes it kind of hard to sleep. But I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Like I said, this video is designed to help you prepare for a knee replacement surgery. Whether it's 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years away, I think you will benefit by listening to this. I'm not doing this to sell you anything. I'm not doing this to sell you advice or to sell you any products. I'm kind of doing this to try to educate you, to help you avoid some of the pitfalls that I may have gone through. I think to truly appreciate and understand a procedure like this and the recovery process, you need to live through it. Only then, I think, in my opinion, are you qualified to talk about it. Whether you're a doctor, a physical therapist, in my opinion, until you go through something, you truly don't completely understand it. You can write about it, you can talk about it, you can talk to other people about it, but until you go through it, I don't really truly believe, based on my experience, you understand it. I thought beforehand I understood it. I prepared for it physically. I researched it. Spent a lot of time on the internet reading people's stories, watching YouTube videos. But in retrospect, I was not prepared for a lot of things. And this video is designed to help you prepare for those and help you, like I said, avoid some of the pitfalls that I encountered. So let's get on with the video. Number one, I would recommend buying sweats. This is what I've been wearing pretty much for 47 days after the surgery. They're comfortable. They're easy to get on, easy to get off. I would buy slippers. I bought Muck Lux, M-U-K-L-U-K-S. My foot was swollen. These were the only thing I could put on. They have a nice bottom. They're comfortable. I wear them all the time. I wear them in the house. I wear them out of the house. I wear them until they have holes. Then I buy another pair. Arnica, A-R-N-I-C-A. What is this? This is a gel that was recommended to me that you put on for severe bruising. You're going to have most likely severe bruising. In most cases, when they do the surgery, I did not know this beforehand, they use a tourniquet. They tie it around your thigh to cut off the blood flow. Mine was cut off for 37 minutes. This causes significant damage to your thigh. You may be able to press 50 pounds, 100 pounds. Before the surgery, after the surgery, you can't press 1 pound. That's how severe it is. You're going to have severe bruising. I was shocked at how bruised my thigh was. And I was not prepared for that. What this stuff does is you rub it on 3 times a day. You don't have to use much, but it kind of relieves the pain and helps the bruise heal quicker. So I would recommend that. I mean, the tourniquet helps make the procedure easier for the doctor. Shorter procedure, quicker, get you out of the hospital the same day. So it's easier, it's a shorter procedure, an hour to hour and a half, get you out of the hospital the same day. That's the benefit of the tourniquet and cutting off blood flow. The downside, in my experience, is it destroys your thigh. And it may destroy it for a week. It may destroy it for 6 months. For me, I still have problems with my thigh. And I am, like I said, 47 days post-surgery. Get or rent, in my opinion, a recumbent bike. Set it up. When you go to therapy, you're going to get on a bike and you're going to pedal to warm up, to loosen up. for 5 or 6 minutes before you start doing your physical therapy. And you're going to find that you cannot make a full rotation because you don't have any range of motion. And so you kind of pedal back and forth like this. And for me, it took 5 weeks post-surgery before I was actually able to make one rotation. I had the range of motion back where I could make a single rotation. For me, that was a change, complete change for me, because I had the recumbent bike. I started riding it at home. First 5 minutes, then 6 minutes, then building up to 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. I had it set up in front of a TV, and it helped me regain my range of motion. I think it's critical, at least for me, and it was a game changer. When you go to the hospital, when you're released, they're most likely going to give you a foam wedge. That's to elevate your leg, and they're going to give you an ice machine. If they don't do it, I would definitely get one. Those also are critical in your recovery process. I was thinking I'd buy ice. What I do is I freeze 8 water bottles, put them in the freezer. I fill the ice machine with water. It's like a little igloo. And then I put in 4 frozen water bottles every morning. And then when the next morning, they're not frozen anymore, I take 4 more out of the freezer and I put them in. And that's worked well for me. The first, I use that ice machine a lot. I sit in a recliner, I put my leg in the wedge, I put the ice machine on. I do it after every session of physical therapy. I do it home. I do it before I go to sleep. It's a game changer. You really, really need that. Walkers. They gave me a walker when I left, or before I came to the hospital, actually. They delivered it. They offered it to me. I took it. It's a 2-wheel walker. They didn't want me to use a 4-wheel walker, which I already had, because they thought I could lose control. So for the first 2 weeks post-surgery, I was basically at home. I never left the house, and I used a 2-wheel walker. Then, when I felt more comfortable, I used a 4-wheel walker, and that's what I use. I even use it now, 47 days post-surgery. Do I need it? Probably not, but I don't want to take the risk of falling. And it's not that inconvenient. I throw it in the trunk. I walk into Costco, Walmart, Target, and I just kind of make my way around. It has a little basket in it, so I put stuff in it, and I'll probably continue to use it to avoid falling. I can walk around. It's not a problem, but I feel more comfortable with that. So I'm going to use it until I can't use it anymore, or I don't need it anymore. So have those 2 walkers, 2-wheel walker, 4-wheel walker. I didn't buy crutches. I don't like crutches. I never used them. Take your constipation medication religiously. I cannot stress that enough. Oxycontin can cause severe constipation. And trust me, I experienced it. I wasn't taking my constipation medication religiously, and I suffered the consequences. You do not want to go through that experience. Okay, trust me on this one. They'll give you a ton of medication. Make a list and make sure you take your medication religiously. I took Oxycontin for 2 weeks, and then I stopped taking it because I didn't feel like I needed it anymore because my pain had subsided. You're going to be confined to your house, at least I was, for 2 weeks after surgery. You need someone to help you. If you have no one, then you have no one. But you really need someone the first 2 weeks. I'll give you an example. The day after surgery, physical therapy showed up. I had 6 home visits before I went to the hospital for physical therapy. I sat in a chair for the physical therapy appointment the first day after surgery, and they told me to lift my leg. This is a leg I had been going to the gym and working out with for months before surgery. I couldn't lift it a 1/4 of an inch off the ground. All strength in my leg was gone. It was like I was weightlifting 300 pounds before the surgery, and after the surgery, I couldn't lift a toothpick. It was brutal. They had me do exercises in bed. I could not lift my right surgical leg onto the bed. I needed my wife to pick up my leg and put it on the bed for the first 2 weeks until I regained my strength. So be prepared for that experience. And that's why you need someone. You need someone to fill the ice machine the first 2 weeks. You need someone to help you go to the bathroom or take you to the bathroom. I mean, you need a lot of things. I need 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you can pretty much do a lot of stuff on your own. But the first 2 weeks, I think, are going to be tough, and you really need some assistance. One thing I experienced, and you may not experience this, and some of these things I'm talking about, you may not experience, but everybody's different. So this is just what you may or may not experience, but you may have to be prepared for. My blood pressure in the hospital was completely out of whack. Normal blood pressure for me is perfect. Never had a problem. They told me it was the Oxycontin they gave me at the hospital, so now I was afraid to take the Oxycontin. But the next day when they came, the healthcare nurse came 6 times, and they take your vitals every time. My blood pressure was fine. So I don't know that it was the Oxycontin. May have been the surgery. May have been a lot of things. So just be prepared for that. I was in severe pain after the surgery. The first couple of weeks, what saved me was the ice machine. As soon as I felt pain, I put the ice machine on. 20 minutes on, 40 minutes off. I did it every hour on the hour for probably 2 weeks. It reduced the swelling tremendously, and it relieved the pain. So don't shy away from using that ice machine. You need some arms to set up around your toilet to help you lift up and down from the toilet. So you want to get that. Recliners, you can't have enough recliners. That's what I sit in. It's very comfortable. I can't sit in a chair. I still have problems sitting in a chair because my legs dangling at a 90-degree angle. I mean, I didn't have that range of motion initially. I bought this stuff called silicone scar gel on Amazon. A lot of these things you can get on Amazon. And when my wound was healed, I started putting it on 3 or 4 days to try to make the wound disappear, and it's fabulous. But you got to read the directions, follow the instructions. You don't put it on your wound until it's basically healed. So read instructions on all the stuff I'm telling you about. Don't just jump into it. Beware of steps. Steps that you took for granted now are hurdles. So just be aware of all the steps in your house, all the steps around your house. I just started driving 2 weeks ago. Some people drive 2 weeks afterwards, but you can't drive and take Oxycontin. I found that getting in a Lexus sedan was really hard because I had to lift my leg, whereas getting in an SUV was much easier. So I probably could have started driving much earlier if I'd had an SUV. Don't believe a lot of stuff you read on the internet. Okay, some of it's designed to scare the death out of you, to sell you things you don't need. So just be prepared for that. There's a Facebook page called Knee Replacement Support Group. If you Google it, if you put it into Facebook, it'll come up. It's free. And it's kind of a good page to look at once in a while to kind of get some feedback or read about concerns you may have. Just remember, everyone is different. Everyone recovers differently. Some people recover right away. Some people who don't do the physical therapy, who think the end of the journey is the day they finish surgery, never recover. They don't do the physical therapy. They sit around. They assume they're going to get better, and they don't. And then you got everybody in between, which is probably 60% of the people. That's me. That's probably going to be you. Maybe you're in the top 20%. Maybe you're in the bottom 20%. But you're probably going to be in the middle 60%. So just prepare for that. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't have someone come over and say, hey, I was driving 3 days after surgery, or I was walking 2 miles the next day. Don't do stupid things like that. Everybody's different. Everybody recovers different. Listen to your physical therapist and work at your own pace. It's a journey, not a race. Just remember that. It's a journey, not a race. It could take months. It could take 3 months, 6 months, 2 months. Be patient. Be patient. It's a journey, not a race. What I did is whenever they demonstrated an exercise for me to do, I used my phone to videotape it. Some physical therapists don't want to be in the video. That's fine. I was in the video. Some of them don't want to be heard on the video. That was fine. I described it on the video. But all my exercises are on video, so I can go back and look at them to make sure I do them correctly. Physical therapy, in my opinion, won't release you until you reach 2 plateaus or a few plateaus. every physical therapist is different, so I'm just telling you what my understanding is. Number one, they want your range of motion to be 120 degrees. They want you to be able to straighten your leg to 0 degrees. I haven't gotten to 120 degrees. I'm at about 110. My leg was 7 degrees bent when I did the surgery. I couldn't straighten it. I'm at about 5 degrees. I'm not sure I'll ever get to 0 degrees, but I'm working on it. Get as close as you can. Be prepared for some possible things. Number one, loss of appetite. I completely lost my desire to eat. I wasn't hungry. I ate, but I wasn't like I became hungry. That's only coming back. Be prepared for number two, constipation. Be prepared, 3, for sleepless nights. I still can't sleep through the night because of the discomfort in my leg, and I'm not a back sleeper. I'm a side sleeper, and that makes it tough. Having to regain the strength in your leg you had in your leg before the surgery. Be prepared for severe bruising and pain in your thigh and the ankle, and that's tourniquet and clamping your foot down during surgery. I learned that after the fact. When you raise these concerns with your doctor or your physical therapist, and you will, you're going to always hear the same answer. It's normal. It takes time. Everyone is different and heals at different rate. Don't expect any other answer. Don't expect specific answers. Focus instead on the x-ray. Does the x-ray show that the surgery was a success? That's what you look at. Okay, when can I drive? They may be able to answer that question. Some questions they can answer, but most of them takes time. Be patient. It's normal. I can't answer that question. Everybody's different. That's your answer. Develop and write out a physical therapy routine for you to follow. I have one for me. I know what I do in the morning. I know what I do in the afternoon. I know what I do at night. I have it on my computer. I look at it. I do it. I ride the bike in the morning. I ride the bike in the afternoon. I ride the bike at night. After I ride the bike and loosen my legs or my knee, I do some exercises each time. No days off in physical therapy. I can't emphasize that enough. You really have to work through it. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of struggles. You just got to really work through it. Get a belt, or I have an old karate belt I use to lift my leg, because initially you can't lift your leg. You can buy a leg lifter on Amazon for like $10, but you need something to lift your leg and use for the first couple weeks. Reading from this list I made, it's not totally inclusive. Put in comments. I'd like to hear from you. What I leave out, what you like, what you dislike, ways I can improve it, questions, updates, just let me know. I'm just trying to share with you my experience so that your experience can be a better experience for you. I hope this video helps. Let me know what you think. Have a good day. Bye.